Have you ever wondered, why do I keep attracting the wrong men? Or maybe you've asked yourself, why does it always seem like I'm the one giving more? Why do emotionally unavailable men always find me? Why does healthy love feel so difficult to find? If you've ever had those thoughts, I want you to know something before we start. Isn't going to be one of those videos where I tell you to wait 3 days before texting I'm back, or pretend you don't care, or teach you how to manipulate someone into choosing you, because honestly, don't think healthy love starts with strategies. I think it starts with you. And I know that might not be the answer you were expecting, but when I was younger, I thought the secret was becoming prettier. Being more interesting, saying the right things, looking perfect, or being the cool girl. But the older I get, the more I realize the healthiest relationship aren't built because someone mastered the dating advice. And they're built because the two emotionally healthy people meet at the right time. That's why today I don't want to teach you how to chase a healthy man. I want to help you become the kind of woman who can recognize healthy love, receive healthy love, and most importantly, never settle for less than she deserves. Because here's something no one told us. Sometimes we aren't attracting the wrong people. Sometimes we are accepting the wrong people. And here's the difference. The beautiful thing is, once you change yourself, your standards change. The conversations you tolerate also change. The relationships you choose change. Your confidence changes. Your entire life begins to change. And that's exactly why I decided to create a free workbook to go along with this video. Not because I wanted to give you another PDF that you download and never open, but because I wanted to give you something that helps you actually reflect on your own dating patterns, your standards, your mindset, and the woman you're becoming. I think social media has convinced us that dating is about learning tricks. How long should I wait before replying? Should I double text? How do I make him miss me? How do I become high value? But here's the thing. Healthy relationships aren't built on strategies. They're built on emotional maturity. Imagine meeting someone who communicates well, respects your boundaries, keeps their word, supports your goals. Would you even recognize that as a healthy? Or would it feel unfamiliar because you're used to inconsistency? Sometimes what we call chemistry is actually unpredictability. And what we call boring is emotional stability. That realization changed the way I look at relationships. You know what's interesting? Whenever someone asks me, Joy, how do I attract a healthy masculine man? I don't think that's actually the first question we should be asking. Because attracting someone isn't usually the hardest part. The harder part is recognizing healthy love when it actually shows up. A lot of us spends years learning how to get someone's attention, but almost no one teaches us how to build the kind of life that naturally attracts healthy relationships. So today, I want you to have a real conversation, not about playing games, not about texting strategies, and definitely not pretending to be someone you're not. And I want to talk about what actually matters. Can I tell you something I wish every woman knew? Your goal shouldn't be to make someone choose you. Your goal should be to become someone who can also choose wisely. Because when you're constantly trying to be like, you stop asking the important questions. Do I actually feel respected? Can I be myself around this person? Or do our values align? Do I feel peaceful? Or am I constantly anxious? One of the biggest mindset shifts I had was realizing that dating isn't an audition. You're not there to convince someone that you're enough. You're there to discover whether you're actually compatible, and that changes everything. And something I've been learning recently is this. The happiest women I know don't make relationships their entire personality. They have goals, friendships, hobbies, a routine they enjoy. They take care of their health. They laugh, they travel, and they spend time with their family. They romanticize ordinary days. And because their life already feels full, they don't settle just because they're lonely. I think that's such a beautiful place to be. Not because you're trying to prove that you don't need anyone, but because your happiness doesn't disappear when you're single. A relationship should add to your life, not become your entire life. Here's something I've been reminding myself lately. The relationship you have with yourself teaches other people how to treat you. If you constantly ignore your own needs, it's easier to ignore red flags. If you don't believe you're worthy of healthy love, you might settle for less than you deserve. Choosing yourself isn't about becoming selfish. It's about becoming someone who respects herself enough to walk away from what isn't healthy. And honestly, that kind of confidence is attractive. Not because it makes people chase you, but because it's peaceful. And peace is something we all deserve. If there's one thing I hope you take away from today's video, it's this. Stop asking, how do I get someone to choose me? Start asking, am I building the kind of life and character that align with the relationship I hope to have? Because healthy love doesn't begin with the perfect text message. It begins with becoming someone who knows her worth, communicates honestly, protects her peace, and keeps growing. If you want to go deeper into this topic, I created a free workbook for you. I won't go through it here because I really want you to experience it for yourself. It's linked in the description below, and I hope it gives you a chance to reflect on your own journey. And if this video encouraged you, I'd love for you to leave a comment telling me one thing you're choosing to work on. Not for someone else, but for yourself. And if you're new here, welcome. On this channel, we're becoming healthier, happier, and more confident women together. One intentional step at a time. And I'll see you in the next one.